So for those of you who have difficulty, I'll just say my name is Nancy Turcich, and you could call me Nancy T if that helps. It's easy. Just leave that. So the name of my book is Finding My Way from Paralysis to a Rich, Full Life. And I'm going to start with chapter 1. And this is the fall of 1982. My right boot slipped. I glanced down to see it dangling to one side. The momentum swiftly consumed me and propelled me forward at a rapid pace. Desperation fired my engines up as my eyes darted right and left, up and down, scanning the terrain for something to halt my progression. It became immediately apparent that my efforts were futile. Not a branch, a root, nor a plant lay in the path to slow or stop my progression off the edge of a hidden cliff. In fact, the natural rocky surface morphed into a terror-filled amusement park ride, fast and slick. The slide reminded me of a childhood scare on the Mad Mouse that made roller coasters my least favorite ride. It didn't take long for the cliff ride to lose its appeal, and I urgently wanted to press the emergency stop button. However, before the ride concluded, I slid 20 feet and became airborne. A flip, a twist, and an extremely rough landing scored far below an Olympic performance. "Oh my God," were the words I uttered just before I flipped over the edge. The drop-off was approximately 40 feet. I came to a dead stop on a boulder that pulverized my upper spine as if it were rock in a quarry bed. Another 30 to 50 feet of vegetation and scattered rock separated me from the canyon floor and my friends. Michael, who squatted behind me, froze on top of the cliff where I abruptly vanished like a magician's assistant in the middle of a trick. It became obvious that our chosen route was not a continuous, safe path to the canyon floor. My perception was terribly inaccurate. In fact, I'd taken a hellacious fork on my life path. The boulder that stopped my progression became a bed where my arched spine lay frozen for nearly 3 hours. My right wrist challenged another boulder and broke upon impact. My attempt to defeat gravity had not gone unnoticed. From the canyon floor, several of my friends absorbed the horrific event in utter disbelief. With little hesitation, Tom and Rick hit the canyon floor running in search of help. A number of others scurried around the dense landscape to my aid. In that moment, it was as if a superhero was spinning the world faster than I could comprehend. I gazed skyward, hunting for something to turn back time 1,000,000 revolutions per second. Nothing but blue sky and a tall, skinny tree filled my vision. The first person to make contact with me was my boyfriend. Kevin knelt at my side and cupped my rib cage. I immediately acknowledged my broken arm. He concurred. Then I said, "There's more, and it's bad." Kevin bowed his head. With mustered encouragement, he said, It's going to be okay." He remained at my side for a short time, and then he disappeared from sight. The instant Kevin withdrew his hands, I knew wholeheartedly that my journey had just begun. My insides instantly expanded as if my body were a water balloon being pumped full of a high volume of liquid. It felt as though my insides were being forced against my outer shell, and it was reaching a critical level. I felt hopeless, helpless, out of control, and extremely scared. Even my knight in shining armor could do little but wait for help.